it's Ro. Welcome to another Nerdy Nummies. As you can see today, I am dressed as Lady Link. I got a little fancy hat and I took 2 belts from my closet. Boom, cosplay. I got a lot of requests from you guys for something else Zelda related, so today I'm gonna be making Triforce Lemon Bars. Let's get started. To make these Triforce Lemon Bars, we're gonna be making them in 2 separate parts. First, we're gonna be making the lemon bar crust, and then we're gonna be making the lemon bar mixture. So, starting with the crust, the things you will need will be 1 cup of butter, and that's 2 sticks if you're buying them at the grocery store, 2 cups of flour, some baking spray, a pan. The pan that I'm using is 9 inches by 13 inches, half a cup of regular sugar, half a teaspoon of salt, a spatula, a mixer, and 2 bowls. You'll want 1 bowl to be large and 1 bowl to be a little bit smaller. All right, let's put it all together. The first thing that we're gonna do is grease our pan. Just taking a little bit of baking spray, but you can use butter or whatever you'd like. Now take your smaller bowl and you're gonna put in your 2 sticks of butter. Make sure your butter is room temperature so it's soft, so it's easy to blend up. And you're gonna beat them until they're nice and light and fluffy. Now you're gonna mix in your sugar and salt. Take your mixer, mix it up again. The final step, we're gonna add flour slowly to the mixture while we're mixing it up so you don't get a big dust cloud. And we're finally gonna use the spatula, scrape down the sides so it's all evenly combined. I'll put this away. Once you're done mixing your crust, you're gonna take your pan and you're gonna put your crust mixture into the pan. Now you're just gonna pat it down, press the dough to the edges of the pan. Once you've got the crust in the bottom of the pan, you're gonna preheat your oven to 350 and we're gonna bake this for about 20 minutes. While the crust is in the oven baking, now we're gonna move on to the second part of this recipe. It is the lemon bar mixture. The things you will need to make this lemon bar mixture are going to be 1 cup of regular sugar, half a cup of flour, 4 fresh lemons, 4 eggs, a juicer, I'm using a hand juicer, a whisk, a big mixing bowl, because when I'm mixing together wet ingredients, I don't want it to go everywhere, so I use the bigger bowl for this, a zester, and a sharp cutting knife. Let's put it all together. The first thing that we're gonna do is zest 1 entire lemon, and you just grate it, just like this. And you're just gonna do this to the entire lemon. And I put the lemon zest in this little pile over here on the side of the cutting board, and we're still gonna use it because we're gonna use all 4 lemons. So now, take your fresh lemons and you're gonna cut them in half. Now that we got them cut in half, you're gonna take your little juicer, and this equals about 2/3 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice, and that's what you want. So you're just gonna squeeze until you get 2/3 cup. All right, and there we've got it, 2/3 cup of freshly squeezed lemons. I'm gonna put this off to the side. Now you're gonna take your big mixing bowl and you're gonna add your sugar and your flour, and then we're gonna whisk it together so everything's really well mixed. Now we're gonna add our 4 eggs, and this is where those lemon bars really get that yellow color from the egg yolk. Now you're gonna take your whisk again and mix it all together. Then once it looks evenly combined, now we're gonna add our lemon juice. My favorite part, smells so good. Ooh! And we're gonna take a lemon zest from our 1 lemon and sprinkle that in there. Now you're gonna mix it up again, one last time until everything is smooth and combined. Mix, 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 mix. I just took the crust out of the oven. It's all done baking. As you can see, there's a light golden brown around the edges. That's what you want. I let this cool for about 10 minutes, so it's not hot anymore. It's a little bit warm, and that is the right temperature to pour on top of our lemon mixture. So take your lemon mixture, and you're just gonna slowly pour it on top of the crust. Now you're gonna pop this back in the oven and bake it for another 20 minutes on 350, so keep your ovens on. Once your lemon bars are all done baking, you're gonna take them out of the oven and let them chill for about 10 minutes, and then you're gonna pop them into the refrigerator to chill for about 3 hours. I know it's a long time, but it's worth the wait. I like my lemon bars served chilled, and I've just done that, and now we're gonna cut some shapes. So you're gonna take a big cutting knife, and I'm just gonna cut some columns just to get the lemon bar squares out of the pan, and then we're gonna cut some triangles. I'm gonna be using this little triangle cookie cutter as a guideline to see how big my columns need to be. So I'm just placing it down here, and then just lightly marking, do 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 do. Now that we've got our lemon bar squares on the cutting board, you're gonna take your triangle cookie cutter again, and I'm just putting it on top and I'm pressing it down a little bit so we'll leave a little bit of an impression into the lemon bar so I can cut even triangles. Then I'm gonna take a big cutting knife, something that's very sharp, and just cut them out. Now that we've got our lemon bar squares all cut out, I positioned them to look like a Triforce, so you could just serve them like this at a party or a get-together, but lemon bar recipes are a little bit tart because of the lemons, and what complements it really well is a little bit of sugar on top, a little bit of sweet to balance it out. So I'm going the extra step and I'm gonna take these little guys. I cut out little triangles just with a piece of paper, and I'm just gonna put them in the center of each lemon bar. And now you're just gonna take some confectioner sugar, it's also called powder sugar, and we're gonna sprinkle a little bit on the top. You could use any sifter you'd like, but I'm just using a small one because it's a little bit easier to control. Bring it over here, I'm just gonna give it a tap. Tap, 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 tap. Now, once you've got the sugar on, you're gonna carefully take off the little paper triangle. Ta-da! Here are Triforce Lemon Bars. Thanks you guys for suggesting something Zelda themed. I absolutely love making these and love this recipe. It's good for parties or get-togethers. If you guys have any other ideas for any other nutty nummies, please let me know. Leave me a comment down below and I will do my best to make it happen. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, or Instagram. I'll post lots of pictures of these yummy lemon bars. And if you guys make them, please send me pictures because I get a big kick out of seeing your baking creations. They're so fun. All right, thanks again, you guys. Bye-bye.